Sachem Library presents The Best Sites for Selling Items Online, brought to you by Sharper Training Solutions Incorporated. Today's agenda: Selling Online Overview, Best Sites to Use, Online Selling Safety, and then we'll explore Facebook together. Selling items lets us make money on things we no longer need or want. It's like a yard or garage sale, but you don't have to bring everything back in the house at the end of the day. Where do I go to sell my stuff? There are many ways to sell your items online for free. We're going to primarily talk about Facebook, but I also want to let you know about Letgo and Craigslist as well. Facebook uses social media's huge network. It's an as-is sale, no returns, no seller fees, cash in hand. It does have a shipping option available, which does have a seller fee, but we'll talk about that more later. Letgo is an app. You're required to download the app on your smartphone. You would be selling to a local audience. There's no shipping, no seller fees, and cash in hand. Craigslist is a website, otherwise known as online classified ad, where you can sell anything. It's all done anonymously. Still a local audience, as is sale with no returns, no shipping, no seller fees, and cash in hand. We're going to talk about Facebook. Facebook has two selling options available. We have the buy and sell groups, and we have Facebook Marketplace. Facebook buy and sell groups are strictly local pickup, cash in hand. Facebook Marketplace also has local pickup, cash in hand, as well as the option to ship or process payments online. When we ship or process payments online, there is a seller fee. So we're going to stick to the free portion, which is that local pickup cash deal. Local pickup cash in hand means the seller and buyer will meet someplace local. The buyer will inspect the item, then pay the seller in cash. You do need a Facebook account to use the selling options in Facebook. Once logged into your Facebook account, you can search for buy and sell groups from the search bar, as shown on the right. Search for any groups such as Sachem Buy and Sell, virtual garage sales. There's all sorts of different selling groups located inside Facebook. You can join any local town groups by typing their name and clicking the join button. Facebook buy and sell groups are very popular and extremely easy to use. With Facebook, you have accountability. You know the person is real because their Facebook profile shows them. The diagram in the center shows a search for Sachem buy and sell, and the diagram below shows the list of search groups, the groups that show up after we did the search, and the join button. Clicking on the join button would help you join the group. When ready to sell an item, find and open the page for the buy and sell group you joined. Then click the Sell Something button. Then fill in the information about your item. Use good descriptive keywords. It's what makes your item most searchable. Don't forget to add great pictures. Tip: if there are scratches or fading on your item, be sure to describe and take pictures of the imperfections. It is free to sell items through Facebook buy and sell groups. You'd be dealing one-on-one with whoever wants to buy it. Is just somebody who's on Facebook, sees your item, they'll meet you, give you cash, and you'll exchange, and that'll be the end of that sale. Now let's take a look at Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace has more of an online store look to it. From your Facebook homepage, find the Marketplace button and click it. As I mentioned, the diagram on the right shows some tires that are for sale. If we scrolled through there, it would show us all different types of things that they have for sale, like any online store. Click on Sell Something to list your item. Similar to when we looked at the buy and sell groups, we're going to get a similar dialog box where we need to add our description, price, pictures, and of course, if there are scratches or fading on your item, be sure to describe and take pictures of the imperfections. It can also be free to sell items through Facebook Marketplace. The only time there is a charge is if you choose checkout with shipping option, which I will urge you not to do. In this way, it maintains a free sale for you. Facebook Marketplace, checkout with shipping option. Marketplace offers the option to ship and process online payments using checkout with shipping. There are fees to the seller when using checkout with shipping option. This opens the sale to a larger audience since you are allowing the items to be shipped. The buyer pays the shipping fees. Facebook Marketplace is linked to your Facebook profile, which gives accountability. Venmo, PayPal, cash, or a barter system to pay for the item is entirely up to the seller and buyer. Purchase protection is provided by Facebook for both the seller and buyer. Let's talk about some of the big online sites. We have eBay and Amazon listed here, both excellent options with huge buyer audiences. Both have pros and cons. eBay has a huge customer base. It's what attracts sellers because eBay has top-notch marketing and customer service. Some of the cons are their seller fees, listing fees, payment transaction fees, and the big one is the final sale fee, which is usually 10%. Amazon has a huge buyer audience, amazing marketing and advertising. Besides the fact their seller fees are a bit confusing, there's a huge competition on Amazon, including Amazon themselves. There are many other popular online sites we can sell our items. Often they charge seller fees. These sites here cater to more specific niche audiences. The first one is Etsy. It specializes in handmade or vintage and craft supplies. Very unique items if you're a crafter or somebody who likes to make jewelry or likes to craft different things, headbands, hair clips, anything like that. You might want to have an Etsy store and sell your items through there. Poshmark specializes in gently used and new fashion items such as clothing, shoes, and accessories. They also accept makeup sales as long as it is brand new and sealed in the original package. Declutter is an app and it's the perfect place to sell electronic items. The nice thing about that is you're not waiting around for a buyer because you sell your items directly to Declutter. Online selling safety. Always remember, transactions should be cash only. Don't take checks. You don't need to worry about taking a PayPal payment. Just cash. You're meeting somebody, take cash. Bring a friend with you. Meet in a public place. We recommend during the day at a well-populated location such as Dunkin' Donuts parking lot or a local police station. If a buyer is coming to your home, maybe you're selling a china cabinet or a couch, have someone there with you. Ask a neighbor to watch out for you. When you are smart, you are safe. Now let's explore the Facebook selling options together. Once we log into Facebook and we're on our home screen, When we want to find a Facebook buy and sell group, we're going to find our search bar. Click in here and let's type Long Island buy and sell. You'll notice that it automatically fills in and finds what it thinks you might be looking for. Okay, I'm going to click on Long Island buy and sell. When I do this, I'm going to get a list of all the different groups here. You'll see I already belong to the first two. This third one here I don't happen to belong to as of yet. Here's the join button that we spoke about earlier. I'm going to go ahead and click on it. Notice it says request sent. One of three things will happen when we join a group. It will either just automatically have us join, or I'll get this response, request sent, where the administrator of the group will have to check and make sure, and they'll actually add me to the group. Or sometimes there's slightly stricter rules, and they may ask me some questions. They may ask me where I live, meaning town. They may ask me if I promise to follow the rules of the group. I'm going to fill those answers in and submit it, and again the administrator would get back to me. So one of those three things will take place. Once I join a group, I'm done. I am welcome to look through and join more groups if I want. Here's another one. See, now I automatically got that one. I'm going to come back up and click on my home button now, because if I wanted to list something in a buy and sell group that I already belong to, the way I find it is I'd start off on my home screen, and I'm going to look along the left side of my screen to this Explore section. Below that, I'm going to see a choice for groups, and I want to click on that. When I click on groups, I'll see a list of the groups that I belong to on the left. I can click here where it says See More if I want to expand that list. I'm going to look through this list and find the first one that happens to be a buy and sell group on my list is Massapequa, North Massapequa Mommy's Market. I'm going to click on this. This is just to show you an example. I'm now in the group. Notice it's a private group. If I scroll down, first of all, before I scroll all the way down, this is where we're going to put our listing when we want to sell something. Here's the Sell Something button. When I scroll down, just to show you, somebody here is selling a corded reciprocating saw in good shape, includes original case. They're selling it for $50 in Bethpage. Notice this person is in Bethpage, even though they listed it in Massapequa Mommy's Market. You can list items in any page that you want, in any group. It's a good idea to check out what other people sell things for. We'll do more of a search when we get to Marketplace. Let's go ahead and scroll back up. Here's where my Sell Something button is. If I want to sell something, I click on Sell Something. Has a spot here where I click and I would type in what it is that I'm selling. I'm going to put the price. I'm going to put my zip code. It tells people I'm selling a drill. My zip code is whatever Sachem's zip code is. I'm sorry, I don't know it off the top of my head. This way it tells people if they're interested in it, they're going to have to go somewhere near Sachem. If they live in Valley Stream, maybe they don't want to take the ride. If they live, within 15-20 minutes, maybe it's not, maybe they're willing to do it. So you're going to put just your zip code, not your address. You're going to describe your item, and you're going to put really good pictures. Show them the pictures. The pictures tell everything. It tells the condition. Pictures sell your item. Once you're finished with this, you would click Next. You'll end up completing your listing. And as I mentioned, it's going to show up here in this list. All right? This is what she called it. This is the name of it. This is her description of it. She has one picture of this item. And if I was interested in this item, I could either comment to her, asking if it's still available, or I could send her a message. It's as easy as that. Little rule of thumb, if somebody says they want to purchase your item, don't go back on Facebook and say that it's sold until you've gotten the money and you've given them the item. Unfortunately, sometimes people don't always show up. I'm going to go back to my home button now, click on it, bring me back home, and now we're going to take a look at Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace is also over on the left side of my screen. I give it a click. As I mentioned earlier, it has more of a store, an online store feel to it. I'm currently in browse mode. So if I scroll down, it's showing me all different things that are currently for sale in Facebook Marketplace. Believe it or not, sometimes you can even find free things in Facebook Marketplace. It's a good idea, if I'm selling something, to take a look through here and see what other people are selling it for. This way, you make at least what you should make and you don't overprice your item. So it's always a good idea to see what your competition is, if you have any. You also have categories over here, so you can always take a look. This is also to keep in mind when you list your item, where you're going to categorize it. When I'm ready to sell something, I'm going to find the Sell Something button and click on it. I'll get a dialog box very similar to the one in Buy and Sell. But first, I have to tell Facebook, is it an item, a vehicle, or a home that I'm selling? We're going to go for item. I'm going to do the same thing. What are you selling? I have to tell it what I'm selling. I have to put a price. I have the choice to add a category, which we talked about. I'm going to put my zip code in, and I'm going to give a description. One of the big differences here is I can only put up to 10 photos, which is probably okay, where in the Facebook Buy and Sell group they actually gave us a lot more. You could put up to 80 photos if you wanted to. When you finish here, you're going to hit next and you're going to wrap up your sale. The big thing you want to make sure that you don't click on checkout with shipping option. Remember, when we do that, not only does it charge you a fee, but now you're opening up the opportunity for somebody to have it shipped. You have to figure out what your shipping charges are. You have to bring it to the post office or UPS. Don't check that off. It's easier. You meet somebody someplace, they pay you cash, you give them the item, you're all finished. So that's the one thing I want to make sure that you remember not to do. Don't check out with shipping option. I'm going to hit the X here. Okay, and I'm going to hit my home button. It's important when we do sell things online, whether we're meeting somebody someplace or they're coming to our house, when you're smart, you're safe. Make sure somebody knows you're meeting somebody. Don't be alone when you do it. Meet somebody at a well-lit, busy place. If somebody's coming to your house, make sure a neighbor knows. Make sure somebody's home with you. Just be smart. If you're smart, you're safe. That concludes this short tutorial on selling items online. I hope you enjoyed it. If we can help you with any other topics, please contact Sachem Library. Have a great day and happy selling.